Are you of the opinion that Kevin will be the one to kill Rusby on his own, or do you believe Harry will join in on the action? I have the idea that Kevin is so enraged that he is willing to take action on his own. It is not necessary for Harry to carry out that task. His patience has run out. There is a good chance that Rusby is one of the reasons why Eddie is Conrad's son. From the moment Maeve made the statement regarding your brother, Kevin immediately got up, left, and headed directly there. This leads me to believe that Kevin has some problems in that particular area. I believe that he will kill him, and then Harry will make an attempt to make things right. Kevin may be arrested, and Eddie would be left as the successor to the kingdom. I can see that happening. When Conrad is having a conversation with Eddie, you should think that this is what the trailer will show. Who else is witnessing authors putting Kevin to death in order to give Harry the power to depose Conrad? I don't see Harry staying around for anyone other than Kevin, and that's the only reason I can think of. It's possible that Kevin will kill him. On the other hand, what if Kevin were to discover Rusty and it turned out that someone had paid him to sexually assault this individual? Kevin is a little more level-headed than Conrad is, so it's feasible that he won't pull the gun. He might or might not be spared, but I believe that Kevin is more likely to be saved. Who knows, though, given that this is a writing room. I am going to speculate that there is a confrontation and that Rusby either defends himself and gravely injures or kills Kevin, or that Kevin is stopped by the police. It's also possible that one of the charming parents had Kevin abused in order to man up him. I have a feeling that one of two things is going to take place, but both of them involve a solitary murderer. Either Kevin is going to kill him by himself, and then he is going to notify Harry that he is upset and looking for assistance at the most inconvenient time possible, as is his custom. On the other hand, Harry is going to locate Kevin at a bloody crime scene and fix it. And that will be the conclusion of that particular plot. On the other hand, Kevin is going to kill him by himself, and he is going to be caught and arrested, and Harry is not going to be able to assist him. What are your thoughts, guys? Please share them with me in the comment area. The fierce power battles that have been going on between the two crime families are likely to continue when MobLand Episode 9 airs. The dialogue in the trailer gives the impression that it may be about Harry's efforts to seize Conrad and Maeve and put them behind bars. The characters in this episode may have secret meetings and confrontations that put their commitment to the test, and they may also have doubts about each other's trustworthiness and motivations. Given that Alice appears to be participating in private conversations that may have an impact on the Harrigans, it is possible that she will receive more attention. Undoubtedly, there will be a greater number of inquiries concerning loyalty and betrayal. This episode may see the formation of new alliances while the dissolution of existing ones. It is possible that MobLand Episode 9 will have a huge increase in tension, with arrests or betrayals that might potentially shift the game. This assessment is based on how intense the previous episodes were. As a result of these alterations, it is possible that Harry's duty as the fixer will become even more significant. Suspense, power conflicts, and possibly even sly attempts to gain the upper hand on competitors are all things that are expected to be included in the 9th episode of MobLand. There will be sharp speech, passionate arguments, and narrative twists that push the drama closer to its climax, so fans can look forward to enjoying all of these things. It is possible that the 9th episode of MobLand may uncover previously concealed plans and bring issues to a head that have not yet been resolved. MobLand's 8th episode dropped hints about major developments that could end the game. What exactly does Maeve mean when she makes a comment about the other brother? The fans believe that it is a sign that Edit might be Conrad's son rather than Kevin's son. So, let's break this down. MobLand continues to provide its audience with the unexpected drama that they have been looking for all along. The changes that occurred in the fight between the Harrigans and the Stevensons were the primary focus of the 8th episode of the series. Yet, the devil is in the details, namely in one particular detail inside the war. This episode goes deeply into the inner workings of the Harrigan family to present its findings. In addition, a single remark uttered by Maeve is the spark that ignites Kevin's rage, which has the potential to completely destroy the Harrigan family. Kevin is informed by Maeve that the future of the Harrigans cannot be determined by anybody other than himself or his brother. While Kevin is correcting her and pointing out that Brendan has passed away, she adds in a playful manner that she intended to say that she meant his other brother. Kevin is immediately triggered by this, and he comes dangerously close to getting angry with Maeve as a result. Regarding the other brother that Maeve makes reference to, who was he? In any case, a significant number of admirers are now of the opinion that it is Eddie Harrigan, the son of Kevin and Bella. The fact that Eddie was the one who interrupted Maeve and Kevin at the precise moment when he was getting ready to bring her down is one of the most compelling reasons to assume that this is something that actually happened. The antagonistic relationship that exists between them is yet another significant indicator. It would appear that Eddie has nothing but contempt for his father, Kevin. And it would also indicate that Kevin feels the same way about Eddie. In addition, they do not share any physical or emotional similarities with one another. Conrad, on the other hand, does act and appear rather similar to Eddie. How about a father and a son? In addition to adding gasoline to the fire, the fact that Bella was one of the young women with whom Conrad cheated on Maeve is also a contributing factor. However, despite the fact that it was before Kevin's father coerced him into marrying her, it appears that everything should be taken into consideration. Consequently, Kevin is now having all of these thoughts come to him, which is causing him to question the paternity of his own child. Eddie's true pedigree and his place within the Harrigan tradition are both called into question as a result of the discovery, which sends shockwaves through the media. On the other hand, it is not apparent whether anyone other than Maeve is aware of the reality, and whether or not she was genuinely referring to Eddie. Beggar's Banquet, the 9th episode of MobLand, is scheduled to premiere on Paramount Plus on May 25th, 2025. This highly anticipated continuation of the criminal drama series delves into the intense competition that exists between two powerful crime families. The conclusion of the first season is drawing nigh, and it is anticipated that episode 9 will make the stakes even more intense. The primary character of the show is Harry da Souza, a shrewd fixer who finds himself caught in the center of the conflict between the families of Harrigan and de Souza. The 8th episode of the show contains additional information on power struggles, betrayals, and the personal costs of leading a life of crime. This information is revealed after Freddy is slain. When Harry is attempting to navigate his way through a perilous world in which a single mistake has the potential to destroy entire empires, his street smarts and connections lend him a great deal of assistance. The official synopsis of MobLand Episode 9 reads, "Power is up for grabs as two warring crime families clash in a battle that threatens to topple empires and ruin lives. In the crossfire stands Harry de Souza, a street-smart fixer who knows too well where loyalties lie when opposing forces collide." The 9th episode of MobLand is scheduled to be issued on May 25th, 2025. From 12 in the morning Pacific Time, PT, the show will make its debut on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus will be the only platform where the 9th episode of MobLand can be accessed. The episode is available for subscribers to stream online through the platform's website or mobile application. Paramount Plus provides a variety of subscription alternatives in the United States to cater to a wide range of requirements. Customers who are already subscribed to the Essential plan pay $6 per month, while new customers pay $8 per month. Additionally, there is an annual subscription option that costs $60. There is a package called Paramount Plus with Showtime that can be purchased for $13 per month for new members, as well as for current subscribers, or for $120 per year for those who are interested in more material. Beginning with a heartbreaking scene, the 8th episode of MobLand features Conrad and Maeve having a conversation regarding Brendan's passing. Although they remember the moment he was born with a reverence that is almost poetic, they had previously treated him in a manner that was impolite and unkind. Brendan's lack of abilities was frequently the subject of both of their laughter. The episode poses significant concerns regarding the reasons why Brendan did not live up to expectations, despite the fact that he was born into such a position of authority. While this is going on, Serafina is making her way back to England after the ruby sale was unsuccessful. Jamie's guys are discreetly dropping her off. Jamie instructs Harry to convey to Kat that she is indebted to Jaime for a favor. This gives the impression that Jaime is attempting to exert influence over the Harrigans by utilizing Kat's commitment to her as a strategy or tactic. You should also read, explaining the conclusion of MobLand Episode 8, Whose Murder Was Freddie? Because she believes that she may have been responsible for Brendan's death at the Harrigan residence, Serafina is filled with a sense of remorse. Because she was not informed of significant occurrences such as Vron's passing, Kevin assures her that she cannot be held responsible for the situation. In an unexpected change of events, Maeve makes it appear as though she is trying to console Serafina, but she later reveals to Kevin that Serafina whispered the words, "number 1, when she was under a significant amount of tranquilizer. The fact that this is the case gives the impression that Serafina may have been the person who informed Richie about the ruby trade, which ultimately resulted in Brendan's passing. In this episode, there are significant indications that Maeve may have been the one who killed Serafina. Nevertheless, it is hard to say for definite. When Conrad and Kevin confront Harry about the manner in which he convinced Jamie to avert Brendan's execution, these questions give rise to conflicts. Conrad is frightened after Harry reveals to him that Kat McAllister is involved in the situation. A secret chat takes place between Conrad and Harry, during which Conrad inquires about Harry's loyalty. Conrad is concerned that Harry's friendship with Kat may put the Harrigan family in jeopardy. Harry asserts that he is still faithful, but the fact that he is so evasive causes people to worry about him. Conrad relocates Kevin, Bella, and Eddie to a secure location in order to ensure their safety, while the D'Souza family continues to reside in the mansion. This demonstrates that the family is losing trust in one another, despite their best efforts. The discussion between Maeve and Kevin regarding Kevin and Eddie becoming the next generation of the Harrigan dynasty contributes to the episode's examination of the complexities of the Harrigan family. There is a possibility that Eddie is Conrad's biological son. As a result of this news, the power struggle is made even more intense, and it becomes more difficult for people to collaborate. While Harry is in London, he also discusses his relationship with Gina with Eddie from the perspective of Eddie. There are no issues with Harry's acceptance of Eddie and his relationship, despite the fact that Eddie is impolite and full of himself. When it comes to Eddie, however, he does warn him that his support is contingent on certain conditions and that he intends to finally put Eddie down. It is clear from this exchange that trust is a risky proposition in their environment. Simultaneously, Conrad informs Bella that she is unable to travel to London and compels her to conduct surveillance on Kevin. On the other hand, Bella is planning a meeting with Antoine behind his back, which has the potential to upset the delicate hierarchy of power. When Harry encounters Freddie, Richie's lieutenant, in a parking garage, the episode reaches its climax and becomes even more intense. When Harry's friend Freddie refuses to cooperate and makes an attempt to draw out a revolver, Harry takes his life. It is revealed that he has devised a scheme to take advantage of the upheaval that has been occurring inside the family by eliminating Conrad and Maeve and gaining control of the criminal underworld in London. The fact that Harry shakes hands with Kat in the final scene gives the impression of an uneasy and calculated collaboration of sorts.